Ladies and gentlemen, today we have a fantastic video to get into, full of rumors, updates, news, and leaks. And we've got a wide range of topics. Games that were announced for the Switch 2 that were delayed, that it seems like we have actual release dates for now. An actual look at the 40th anniversary of The Legend of Zelda and everything that's going on with that. A bunch of other updates, and yeah, it's very exciting stuff, man. Let's go and get right into this one. So it's weird because, we're moving into August now, and August is the only month so far that has no first-party Nintendo Switch 2 release, or even a Switch release, I believe. Now there is a caveat to that, and we're going to talk about that in this video, but I also think if any month is going to get a new Nintendo Online Expansion Pass, GameCube, I don't even know what else, maybe something for Nintendo 64, like if any month is going to get it, August just makes sense, right? I mean, Nintendo could do a shadow drop, they could announce something, who knows, but maybe Super Mario Sunshine, maybe Smash for N64. But without any of that, this month is still very exciting, or moving into August is very exciting. So before we get started, if you could hit a like and subscribe, that would truly mean the world to me. Truly, let's hit 40 billion subscribers. Also, follow me on Instagram and Twitter so we can keep the communities growing, and let's go and get right into this one. So first, let's start talking about Pokemon Piccopia. And this is the caveat earlier I was saying, like, there's no first-party release technically, but we do have DLC for Pokemon Piccopia this month. And at the time of recording this video, there was a trailer that uploaded this, I think in Japan, saying that the DLC is coming out August 5th. Now, like that was earlier in the day, right? Now at the time of actually recording this video, that video has been set to private. So it seems like that might have went live a little too early. But we've seen all the promotional stuff, everything for it. It's officially coming out August 5th. And if I'm not mistaken, this is like the big ocean expansion, Bubbly Basin. There was like a free update as well, but this is paid DLC. And I think the paid DLC, I'm doing this off memory, I think it's pretty expensive, like 30 or 40 bucks, 20 bucks, something like that. So, I mean, if you're having fun with this game, that's fantastic, and I'm happy for you. It seems like a game they're probably going to support as much as they can, at least, like, I'm not even kidding, I could see this being supported for like 5 years or something, right? So if you're having fun in this game and you want some more of it, this is a great way to get that. So that is coming out on August 5th, and I expect some kind of more official announcements here in the next couple of days. Now let's talk about another Nintendo Switch 2 game that came out recently that absolutely took over. And I had a strange feeling this was going to happen, and this is one of the powers of having a spin-off, right? Pokemon Piccopia is in fact a spin-off. It gets other people into it who are like, I don't know, is this going to be for me? Will I like it? A spin-off is kind of easier to get into or get people to try, and the same exact thing happened with Splatoon Raiders. Now, this is probably a little different, right, at the time of recording this video because this article is a day old. Splatoon Raiders is the 7th highest rated game on Metacritic by user score of all time. Not this year, not the past 5 years, of all time. That is actually crazy. It has a 9.3. We have Clair Obscur Expedition 33, which we're actually about to talk about here in a moment, at number 1. The Witcher 3 at number 2. Resident Evil Requiem at number 3, that's actually crazy because that's another game from this year. But Splatoon Raiders at number 7 is a fantastic score. This is a game I've actually wanted to pick up myself. I've tried to get into Splatoon a million times and can never do it. But everything I've seen about Splatoon Raiders looks amazing. But it's sold out physically at every store around me. So it's a game I'll get to eventually. I'm in no rush. I have a million other things to play. I'm actually about to beat Pragmata probably today. So, I'll get to it when I get to it, man. But shout out to Splatoon Raiders. And speaking of Clair Obscur Expedition 33, which is a game I thought was phenomenal. I beat it on my PlayStation 5, or let's keep it real, I almost beat it. Like, I played through the first 2 acts, and then the third act is like, is the game over? Is it not over? So I kind of didn't play through the entire third act, but I really thought the game was fantastic. So we have an update about that coming to the Switch 2 today from the developers. And it's like a teeter-totter, right? It's like, well, it doesn't seem so good, but then if you go the other way, it seems like there's some promise there. Somebody asked a question. I think your fans are quite curious about the Switch 2 version. Do you think Expedition 33 would be able to run on the Switch 2, and do you have any such plans at the moment? They say, we are interested in looking for a way to do it, but it's too early for us to announce anything at this point. So it seems like it's in active development, but there's probably some issues they're running into. It is a big technical challenge because we try to do something beautiful with a game, but of course the Switch 2 is not as powerful as the PlayStation or Xbox Series X. So it's important for us to consider, especially given the size of our studio. Now somebody asked a great question, do you think Unreal Engine 5 is also a challenge when trying to bring Expedition 33 to the Switch 2? And they say yes, a lot of features don't work on the Switch 2. But they're introducing features like Lumen Light now, which we talked about recently, which is easier to run than the standard Lumen. But these things take time to roll out, so we'll consider the update coming from Unreal Engine to determine what to do. So, do I think this game is coming out this year, which a lot of people have kind of expected? It's starting to seem like no, but also it does seem like it's something they're actively working on. And I know Unreal Engine just got that massive update, so I think that bodes well for a lot of future games coming to the Switch 2. But for the time being, it just doesn't seem like it's going to be on the Switch 2 probably in 2026. And I've heard that it's actually like really badly optimized, especially on other handhelds and maybe even PC or something. So yeah, unfortunately not coming to the Switch 2 yet. Now there is a game that came out this year that looked amazing. And to get ready for this game, I played, it's not a previous entry, but same developers, whatever. I played Hitman World of Assassination Trilogy on the Switch 2 this year. It's one of my favorite experiences. It's a game you could play truly for hundreds of hours. There's a million things to do, but the same developers also made the new James Bond game. Now this game was revealed to come to the Switch 2, even got a couple Switch 2 trailers, but then it was delayed indefinitely, which is like, okay, what are we doing here? But then the developers came out and said, we're delaying this because we want to make sure you're getting the best version of this game. Now we might have an actual release date for that game, and it's right around the corner. And it just seems like something that could happen. So 007 First Light for Nintendo Switch 2 appears listed with a date on Amazon Japan, September 16th, 2026. Now I know there was something 007 First Light related in the news like a couple of days ago, like maybe something they were using for security purposes or something or another. And then right after that, this pops up as a potential release date. So is any of that connected? Honestly, who the hell knows? But I do think this game is coming out this year because I'm sure they could have released a game and it would have been playable, maybe not the way we want it, but you probably would have been able to play the game. But I actually respect developers for doing this because it's not like we don't have other stuff to play on the Switch 2. Now, if the Switch 2 is the only way you can play this game and you're waiting for it, I understand. That is a bummer, but I would rather get a game that is a great experience than a game that's like, well, they could have fixed that. Okay, they should have changed this. I'd rather just get the best experience I can. And this is coming from somebody who has a PlayStation 5. I could buy this at any time on my PlayStation 5, and it's honestly probably going to be the better experience. But me personally, I don't mind taking a hit sometimes on frame rates or, the graphics or whatever, because I like the portability aspect of playing my Switch 2 at night in bed while I'm watching a TV show or listening to a podcast or doing whatever. I just enjoy that more. So people like me and people who only have a Switch 2, we're really waiting for this game. So hopefully this is something that gets announced sooner than later. And yeah, I just don't see why this couldn't happen, right? So September being a release date, it seems possible. Now over the weekend, which is so crazy, I've been feeling like today is Sunday all day long. But it's Tuesday, like I'm recording this Tuesday evening. But I've been thinking, wow, it's Sunday, like everything's open. Normally stuff is closed on Sunday. I even went to a skate park today because another skate park was closed. And I was like, dang, they closed on Sunday? That's a day you should be open. Yeah, it's Tuesday. So over the weekend, I guess, technically, or at least I think, there was a lot of Zelda news hitting the rounds, right? We talked about the potential Pro Controller and what it's going to look like, and it sounds awesome. Then we even reconfirmed that there is in fact a Switch 2 themed console coming out for The Legend of Zelda. Now, these aren't going to be Ocarina of Time related, but it's seeming like it's going to be 40th anniversary related, and I think that's better. Like, Ocarina of Time is great. I can't wait to play the remake. It's going to be so much fun. I like anniversary stuff. It just feels a little bit more special, you know what I mean? So the controller and the console are probably coming and probably 40th anniversary related. Now me and a bunch of other people, sometimes when we talk about The Legend of Zelda, we will share a logo of what The Legend of Zelda's anniversary could possibly look like. I think I have it saved on my computer, so I'll put it on the screen. And honestly, if that's what it was, I would have been like, yeah, that makes sense. But now, allegedly, from multiple sources, we have a look at the official logo for the 40th anniversary. A lot of people are saying they don't like it. It looks cheesy. It looks stupid. Could I just have bad taste? Sure. Why not? But I actually love this logo, like a lot. So this is the logo right here for The Legend of Zelda's 40th anniversary. And I love the little Link NES sprite. Now this is a mock-up from Necrofelipe or Necrolipe or whatever. That's why it looks like this, and that's why their watermark was over it. But he's seen it, I guess, maybe on the controller or some way, somehow he said he's seen this. Now, if this was just one person saying this, you could say, well, maybe that was a mock-up, and maybe, while it does probably make sense because Necrolipe is the one who made this, like, yeah, that could make sense. For example, we've seen a lot of people make up mock-ups of what the Switch 2 logo would look like before the Switch 2 was officially revealed, and actually a lot of those are exactly what we got. But we also have Nintendo in the comments saying this is accurate. Like Necrofelipe is saying this is what I've seen, and then Nintendo is saying this is accurate. Now Necrofelipe is like a journalist, I believe, in Brazil, who has real sources for a lot of stuff. But Nintendo, I feel like, is even a little bit more of somebody to pay attention to, because I think they have actual connections to retail stores or retail whatever, maybe through marketing. So it seems like something they would actually have already seen. And as far as I know, from reading some other leaks and stuff, what they're saying is, or a few people are saying, we should start seeing this in September. Like that's when the official rollout for The Legend of Zelda's 40th anniversary is going to happen in September. So maybe August will be a pretty slow month, right? There's no real first party releases. We have Pokemon DLC. We'll probably just coast this month, and that's okay. I seen somebody pointed out a few days ago, in a span of only 4 weeks, we got 3 first-party Nintendo games. We got Star Fox, we got Rhythm Heaven Groove, and we got Splatoon Raiders. So if Nintendo takes off the month of August to have a massive September, which I believe we have Switch Sports Resort in September, I think, and then that will be the rollout starting for the 40th anniversary, and it will be Zelda pretty much the rest of the year. Hey, August is okay to take off. There's always a million things to play in the backlog. There's going to be a bunch of news, a bunch of stuff to talk about. So yeah, it seems like we're just right around the corner from the official rollout for the 40th anniversary. And honestly, as excited as I am for the games, the console, the controller, all this cool stuff, I really want to see that first trailer for the Zelda movie. But ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about this? Because your opinion matters most. I don't know why I whispered that last part. Probably because I was running out of breath, because we talked about so much today. So in the comments below, let me know what you guys are thinking. And if you made it all the way to this part of the video, if you could do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and consider becoming a channel member, as that is the ultimate way to support. And we're going to stream this week, probably twice. So be on the lookout for that. And you guys know me. I'll see you very soon with a new video. Peace.